What's up, guys? I am doing a Skyrim video to showcase the mod stack I have put together for 2026. Um, all of the different mod stacks I've done over the years. This one seems the cleanest. There's some really cool mods in here. I'll show it at the end of the thing. I just want to do some gameplay so you guys can see what's up. There's a lot of little bonuses and boosts, but nothing game-breaking. Mostly it's like to expand the followers and to clean up the world a little bit. You can kind of see I've done some work on the animations, so like it's the vanilla animations, but they're just slightly modified. So like the sounds have been modified, the combat has been slightly changed, so if they have a shield, they'll bash more, like they'll actually use their gear. This is just at the beginning of the game, so I'm still comparatively pretty weak. But yeah, you can see kind of the textures on all this stuff is a little bit better than it normally would be. Oh nice, a honed ancient axe, that's good. So a lot of stuff has been buffed, the loot has been buffed, but again, a lot of it is graphical. You can see there's a mod I'm using called Happy Little Trees, which gives the trees this really nice texture. A lot of them have the snow on them. You can see it extends all the way in the field of view to like the other mountains. Just beautiful. This is the Azurite weather mod. I think I've got a cloud mod on here too. I'll show the big stack at the end. It's like a good 70 mods. So this is PlayStation 5, and it's hard to get the PlayStation mods to make the game look really pretty because obviously Sony won't let modders like access the core files the way you can for PC. So basically, the PlayStation mods, you got to get a little creative with your stack to be able to get this kind of like graphical performance out of the game. And it has taken a lot of different tries to get it so that the mods don't conflict and shut the game down, don't cause weird textures in the waters and stuff like that. So it's an ongoing thing that I've been doing, dicking with this mod stack to try and make it work. Here I'll show you some of the modding that's happened with the character models. So as you can see, all the character models have better textures, better skin, better faces. I've done work on the eyes, so the eyes have a mod that specifically targets the eyes. There's one for the hair, right? Alter some of the vanilla hair.
I smear if it's simple and strong. I can forge it. You looking for a new looking to
There's even
protect
some that
yourself,
alter like
or deal
the
some
vendors
damage?
and whatnot. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how this is all starting to come together. Like I said, it's taken quite a few tries to get this mod stack to make sense. Because you can only find out if it makes sense by playing it. So, if you don't play it, you can't figure out if it makes sense or not. And the unfortunate reality is, it takes a long time to like get to a point in the game where it like not only makes sense, but like you can kind of see what it's doing. Make sure all the different meshes work, all the different lighting works, nothing's conflicting. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of work to make all this work. There's even one that changes all the signs, so
be careful.
you see all the signs are better, right? You can see sort of like the animations have a slight bounce to their step. They're a little better than the vanilla animations for walking and running. Right? Alright, let's go back to this dungeon and we'll do some dungeon exploration, and you can see what it looks like. There's some textures that have been altered in the dungeons as well. I have to clear this place out before I go in there, but that's okay. These bandits ain't shit. Well, the animations are a little fucky. Might actually be my animation mod that's causing that. There it is. I've always liked playing one hand and healing magic, so I guess it's kind of like a paladin light armor. That's kind of always been my build. I really enjoy this build. Yeah, you'll see these guys have more interesting loot too. Some of the loot has been changed, the loot tables. You can see some of the textures on the rocks are a little cleaner. Even the textures on like some of these chests has been changed. I really like this lock texture that I picked up. So again, it's a lot of like trial and error to get these mods to all work together, play together nicely. It doesn't always work. There's been many times that I've had to like 3 hours into a playthrough, scrap the whole stack and start again because two mods conflicted and like the water textures looked weird, or like I couldn't load back into the world, or you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of different ways this can mess up. So it took a lot of trial and error to get this all to make sense. But I think I've landed on it. So let me just go do a little thing here and then I'll show you the mod stack. And then we will have a grand old time. You'll notice that like people will come out of like the inn in the morning and go to their various homes and whatnot. And go to their various jobs. Like there's a new pattern of life for like different characters. There have been some AI modifications in this stack. Change the way the game like uses the AI and the different characters in the world. Let's see what else you got. I will take those, and I will take some new potions. You can see that there are some new enchantments. There's an enchantment mod that I added that changes some of the enchantments, adds new ones. Like I said, nothing game breaking. Everything is more or less in line with with how the game's lore and the game works. Like there's nothing that is just like you're not flying around doing crazy shit from level 1, you know. Still gotta ramp up to it. But I find that this mod stack is very, very useful, very cool, makes the game look really good. The one thing I couldn't make work is a lighting mod. So this is the vanilla lighting. The unfortunate reality is every lighting mod interfered with my stack writ large, so I had to like do no lighting mod. Which makes it a little more difficult to like get the performance you want, get the look you want out of the game, but sometimes you gotta make sacrifices to make the thing work.
Whatever you need. Looking to protect yourself or deal
Right.
some damage.
This is one of the new enchantments. I'm trying to make one of the new items that I added in my stack. There are lanterns now. You can see like the alchemist lantern, right? And these are little light sources that you can literally attach just to your side. Dwemer, I don't have the stuff for that. Iron, linen wrap, and fire salts. I don't have those. I need glow dust and a common soul gem. Ah, well, I'll figure it out later. That's fine. I mostly came back here to enchant this, or to temper this sword. Alright, let's quick save, and then I'll show you the stack. So yeah, this is a good 70 mod stack that seems pretty clean. It seems pretty performance friendly on PS5. Doesn't chug too much. There's one or two things that are an issue, but overall it's pretty good. Again, with the PS5 modding, you have to be very, very, very selective with what you add, because you have a very limited amount of space that you can add mods with. And again, nothing can modify the game's core files, so you really have to like pick and choose very carefully what you add. My Lord order is also quite curated. As soon as this loads up, it always takes a second. I wish Bethesda would make this a little faster, but it is what it is. There we go. Okay, so here you see the stack, 75 mods total. Start with the patches. I really like Sounds of Skyrim. This adds a lot of like cool ambient environment sounds. This one I find is the best combat sound mod. It's really, really good. This is the weather mod that I'm using, Azurite Weathers 3. Northern Realistic Clouds to get a better sky. Skyrim is windy, makes all of the plants move properly. And you'll notice some of these are PS4, but they work on the PS5 just the same. Simplicity of Sea, out of all the water mods that I've tried, this is the best one. I have the 2K version on, I think. If you want the 1K, that is also available. This is my favorite tree mod, is Happy Little Trees. You have to do the LOD as well, so you can get the distance on them. A huge part of my mod stack is the character additions for dialogue. So this is a new mod from Ismir's Beard that I'm trying out, and this one is completely changes Serana's interactions, and apparently the voice actress who did Serana initially added with this one. So like you can see, it's over 8,000 voice lines by the actual actress. There's an expansion for Lydia as well, and one for Mule. If you have different character preferences, there's a bunch of these follower dialogue expansions. So say you wanted to run one with just Ayla as your companion, there's one for Ayla, so you can do that. I really like this mod, the Pristine Vanilla Movement. High Poly Vanilla Hair. This is the Eyes mod I use. This makes sure the War Maidens have female walks instead of male walks. teeth, skin, face, magic overhaul. Dragon retexture is really cool. This one makes all the dragons look really sharp without adding new models. So it's the old models, the vanilla models, but they're all retextured properly. This is the photorealistic lock for lock picking. I like these weaponry textures. There's one that retextures all the armors and the weapons as an all-in-one, so you can do that one, but I wanted to save space because it's about 100 megabytes more, so I just did the weapons. I also added this one, which makes all of the quest Thane weapons, like the Axe of Whiterun, have unique appearances. This is the enchantment mod that changes all the enchantments, and then you get into my terrain mods. So like better ruins everywhere, better lumber mills, better bridges. The different holds will have banners as you like come across their territorial boundaries on the road. Really cool road mod here, very light road mod. Point the way is good too. And then Abandoned Camp reskin. You've got all the Julie Haas mods. There's like 6 to 8 of these, and they're really good. Great cities, more kill moves, no blur on kill moves. This is an AI mod that completely changes the way the NPCs interact and some of what they wear and use. It changes their pattern of life. Same with this one. This one makes the guards notice your progression through the game better. This one changes the combat AI. So like all of these together basically change the way all the NPCs act towards you and each other. I really like better backpacks and better loot. These are two essential mods for me because they just make the game better in general. I found that the loot and the backpacks were underwhelming in the vanilla version. I like the cloaks mod, skills and book titles so you know which books add skill. This one puts silver weapons and armor on the same level as like dragon bone because I really like the silver stuff. I use this one. You don't have to if you think it's game breaking, but I really like the silver aesthetics, so I like that one. Better vanilla perks I'm a huge fan of this one. Adjusted uniques just makes the uniques better, so stuff like the Dawn Blade and whatnot. Fewer dragons because I find that they get a little bit much in the late game. You're just getting dragon attacked every 2 seconds. Improved Galder Amulet, craftable Nightingale armor, lighter heavy Spell Knight armor. The courier is actually properly dressed. Belt quivers is one I like. This one just makes the wolf armor look better. All orcs in orc strongholds wear orc armor and use orc weapons, which makes sense. Horses turn better. This is the wearable lanterns mod. So you can craft them and they're little light sources you have on your hip. This one refits the ironclad company in the game. It's just like a little camp that they have. This one adds like a couple vendors and makes better signs, and then better chests and barrels. So this is my mod stack. The ones that change my gameplay the most, I find, are like this one and this one, right? Because like these are the only two followers really. Maybe Mule a little bit, but like these are the followers that I'm most interested in this game play, like this one playthrough. So those are the ones I added. If you didn't want these, you could take them out and put like another 400 gigabytes of space or megabytes of space onto other mods. But I like these companion mods. The Serana one adds a lot of functionality to her. My playthrough this time is going to be just with Serana as my person, and then like I'll probably use Lydia at the beginning. But yeah, so that's the thing. I hope you enjoyed. Enjoy your Skyrim. Happy Skyrimming. Bye.